What's up guys, my name is Moy. I do a lot of fashion-based content, and after my last video showing you what my main wears of 2025 were, I've been doing some reflecting on my closet and thinking, what haven't I really been touching, or what items have I been wearing, but whenever I do, I feel like I'm really forcing that outfit to work. So there's a lot of things I've pulled out of my closet that are going to be going on Grailed, and I figured I'd show you guys some of my favorites today. These are all things that I really enjoy, and for whatever reason, I just haven't been wearing them, or they don't fit my current lifestyle, but they're still cool shit. We're going to start with the most recent piece I required, which was back in June. It's going to be this pair of acronym P30ALE pants. They run a little too big, as well as they're a super drop crotch. And my main mode of transportation is biking. I ride a fixed gear almost every single day. And so it's really hard to ride a bike with a drop crotch pant. They just don't go hand in hand. Which means I can only really wear them if I'm taking the metro or I'm riding with somebody somewhere. So I have to know that ahead of time that I'm not taking my bike in order to wear those pants. And I'm very much a practical person. So a pair of pants that I can only wear a handful of days out of the year just doesn't really fit my lifestyle. Besides that, they're awesome. Let's just continue on the theme of pants. These Balenciaga sweatpant jeans. Now, as you can tell, these look like denim, but I'm sure you can see in how they're moving, they don't move like a pair of denim. They're super soft and lightweight sweatpants. I got those in a trade for a pair of Rico and Doc Martens that I bought with the only intention of reselling them. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. The dude hit me up on Grailed and like, yo, you wanna do a trade? On Grailed, I didn't know that they were gonna be sweatpants. I thought I was getting a pair of denim. So when I got the package, I put my hand in, I was like, oh, I got scammed. Pulled them out, they're sweatpants. They're fucking awesome. I actually love this pant so much. I wore the fuck out of them. Now I had to stop because I mainly wear sweatpants as a whole in the crib. I don't mind having nice ones. Currently, I wear a pair of Yurimons around the house. And I got my cat Gigi last year. And with him, he's just always on me. I don't really wear those because I'm always scared that he's going to put a hole in them. And the fact that they were mainly sweatpants in the house in the first place, they just don't fit my lifestyle. Like, if I'm leaving the house for the day, most times I'm going to wear actual pants because I bike. I don't want to bike in sweatpants. That's just me. I like wearing double knees. I like wearing denim. I like wearing wool trousers. So with that being said, those have just been sitting in my closet for the past year because Gigi's a menace and I'm scared he's gonna rip them. But they're an awesome pant that if I didn't have him, I would not be getting rid of. And the last pair of pants are these Zadig & Voltaire wool trousers. These are stunning. My only problem with them is they're not wide leg enough, and I thought I was gonna make it work. I haven't been. So they kind of just sit around. They're honestly just too straight cut for me. Like, they have a bit of a flare at the end, so they're not too tapered. But I got a pair of wool trousers from this brand called Stein with 3 S's that are wide. And since getting those, I haven't worn those. So I'm getting rid of them now. It's a beautiful pant though, and I love the Zadig & Voltaire. I have a bunch of their cashmere. I think I literally have 4 cashmere items from them. 2 long sleeves, 1 short sleeve shirt, and then 1 cardigan. Great shit. This is something I bought last springtime, this Nike Tech woven vest. I like it because it doesn't really scream Nike, and I've wanted to be like a cool fisherman vest guy for a long time. It's just not me. Like, whenever I try to pull this out, I always kind of feel like it doesn't just fit right. And I've worn it a few times last spring. I don't think I'm a vest kind of person, what can I say? It's a sick piece though. And I love the fact that it's like, you wouldn't know it's Nike if I didn't tell you. Okay, this one hurts to admit that I don't fucking wear it. 2002 Final Home corset back zip jacket. I found this in Japan at a secondhand vintage shop. Fell in love instantly. Fits me like a fucking glove. Like, just perfect when I put it on. They were asking, I think it was like $400. Again, because I bike as my main mode of transportation, I carry backpacks a lot. And those, like the netting or the corset just gets caught inside of them or like in bags. So then it ends up pulling it in different places. It's a jacket that would be great, again, if I'm going in someone's car or if I'm only taking the metro with no bag for the day. It's fucking awesome. The moment I throw a backpack on with all the extra straps and clips, it's bound to get caught somewhere and then just feel kind of uncomfortable. Also, the back zip detail visually looks so beautiful. But when you're wearing a backpack and you're hunched over on a bike, you really feel that zipper pressing into your back. So as cool as that thing is, it just doesn't fit my current lifestyle. And that sucks to say because I love that piece. And I think it's one of the coolest things that bought my time in Japan. It's not working. So it's gonna have to go. I think I wore it maybe 10 times the entire year. That sucks to say, but it's really the truth. I barely fucking touched it. I wasn't getting the shoes next, but now that Gigi's sitting on me, I don't wanna kick him off. And the shoes are behind me. So we're just gonna stick to what's on the bed. This Aphex Twin big logo hoodie. I'm a massive Aphex Twin nerd, if you don't know. I have other shirts from him. I have the umbrella. I have the face mask. I have the Ruhar Bears. I bought this in 2020. And during that period of my life, I was wearing really baggy shit. All my Aphex shirts are size smalls because in 2018, 2019, I was wearing decent sized clothing. 2020, 2021, I went really big clothing. Again, this is COVID though, so we're stuck at home, being lazy all day, stuck in the crib. So I bought this in an extra large. I'm 5'10". I weigh like 140 something pounds. This thing swallows me whole. So wearing it in the crib is awesome. I just don't really wear hoodies in the crib like that. So, and honestly that I'm still debating even selling it. I might still hold on to it even though I don't really wear it. It's just a good Aphex Twin logo piece, but something that I do as of the past like 2 years, shit, maybe even 3 years, just haven't been touching like that. On some accessories, first is this Golf Fleur Bronco hat. It's this like nylon water resistant hat with this Sherpa lining, or like just the ear flaps are Sherpa. This thing's sick. I actually still love this a lot. My only problem with it is I bought it in brown. At the time, Ty was wearing this black one that I really wanted, but when he finally released it, GG. But when he finally released it, he only released brown and I think like a blue one. So I bought the brown, and then this past December, he finally released the black one. That's the one I always wanted from the get-go. I kind of settled for the brown. So I'm gonna sell this and hopefully one day get the black one. Okay, now I had really wanted a leather hat for a while, so I finally pulled the trigger on this one. This was About You in collaboration with Lucas Sabat. And I was like, fuck it, if I'm gonna buy one, this is sick, lamb leather. The problem is I have a big ass head, and you know what, so does fucking Luca. So I don't know how they made this hat, because it doesn't fucking fit my head. These were one size. It's not like I bought a small. Even loose, it never really sits down on my head. Granted, I'm wearing a ponytail right now, but trust me, I'm only selling it because it just doesn't fit my fucking head. And I know I have a big head. And the reason I had decided to pull the trigger on this one was Lucas Sabat was doing it, and he has dreads, which means he has a big ass head, because anyone I know who has dreads wears their fucking trucker hats on the last knot. And then I had waited too long to try to return it. So it has to go to someone who has a smaller head than me, because it just is not comfortable. It squeezes my head. And no matter how much I try, it doesn't sit all the way down. Now that Gigi's finally left my chair, I'm gonna go get the shoe. These are the Balenciaga Sunday Mules. This shoe's sick as fuck. It's basically a Birkenstock with toe indents so that it looks like, I don't know how well you can see it on camera. I think you can see it better on this camera, but they're basically Birkenstocks with little toe indents. Me and my best friend saw these in the Balenciaga store in Soho, and we were both like, oh my fucking God, this is so sick. We need them. So like 6 months later, maybe like 3 months later, after like sitting on it, we both were like, we should get matching pairs. So we did. They're fucking awesome. The problem comes in maybe like a year after that. My foot just decided, hey, what if we went to a 10.5 instead of a 10? I'd been wearing a size 10 since you were 16 years old. It was like a slow realization for me that things were no longer feeling comfortable before I finally realized my foot grew. It's not a problem with the shoes fitting more narrow now. It's my foot grew half a size. So that being said, I just can't fit them anymore. Like technically they go on my feet, but whenever I walk, like I feel the top on my big toe, and that's just not comfortable. I do like to buy another pair, but again, I'm trying to get a car, so everything I'm selling is going to the car fund. This one breaks my heart. 2013 Pyrex Caravaggio tee, I believe it was called. Big hit on the back. I'm a massive fan of Virgil. He's literally right there on my wall. He was super inspiring. I love Pyrex Vision. I really wanted this shit as a kid. I couldn't fucking afford it, and now I could. It's just so sick. But I don't wear color anymore. So I wish I had the black version of this. And again, my first thought was, oh, I'll just sell the blue and buy the black one. I want a car. But yeah, beautiful piece of fashion history here. Big RP to Virgil, and hopefully it goes to a loving home. And last but not least is this Xenomorph tee from Basket Case. I don't know if Basket Case still does it, but they used to do this thing where they would have like bootleg t-shirts on the first like weekend of their drop or first day of their drop, whatever it was. The only other one I can remember off my head is the Superman, but they've done a bunch of bootleg shit where they just literally take an IP, slap it on a shirt and go, here, I'm a massive Alien fan, so I bought this. Here's the problem. They were sold out of small, and I was like, I'll make a medium work. It's fine. Sometimes you gotta know when to not try to make a size work and accept your loss. It's just a little too big and boxy for me. And I still wear it here and there, don't get me wrong, but it's one of those I really would have preferred that small, and I just shouldn't have bought it. And whenever I wear it, I'm forcing it to work versus it working naturally. By the time you're watching this, I'll guarantee that everything you saw will be on Grailed. There's a bunch of other shit that I didn't even show you. I probably have like, I'm not even kidding you, like 20 more t-shirts I'm getting rid of, some other hoodies that will be slowly also getting added to Grailed. So if you're interested in anything, it's gonna be in the description, at Moisilk. Also hit me on Instagram and TikTok, both also at Moiso. Thanks for hanging out and looking at my clothing collection, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye!